voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope.
Oh wait, no, the one that died was a Akane, right?
Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own.
That's so the first one. That one was
uniform for the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here?
Is that Ace?
Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah!
Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No!
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster.
Crazy.
I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
So I thought somebody was gonna die.
Simulation will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in a raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me.
Yeah.
No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. The plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there,
Yeah, that's not good.
that meant we better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase.
Those things always freak me out.
Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps. Our arms pumping fast. We went round, round, round. The devil was on our tail.
Cause he was.
The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings.
Yep,
and the boy
that's
in the
definitely
uniform
Snake.
suddenly spoke.
He's got the same cool. He might even be blind right now.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid's sister. The girl with the red
Is her
necktie.
sister? Is his sister?
Akane. Akane. That's strange.
He was blind before the first game. Oh, okay.
I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Oh, nice, Dim. That's what you're talking
Maybe
about.
we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too, and so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go. Hey kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket, and the girl with the ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs.
It's gonna be the one up top that dies.
We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
we heard a girl's voice.
It's almost like Minnie Mouse.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
Akane!
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her.
Just thought of something. Where'd I put those? I think Akane's bracelet in this game was 6. And Santa's one in this game was 3. I think they're using bracelets from somebody else.
We saw him land inside.
From this first game.
And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
You came back!
Her voice was muffled.
It said
All of us
Connie
could hear the sheer terror in it.
as her name.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
I think Ace and Ace just threw her in there.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
Yeah, he's not in there.
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
It was 15 minutes last time.
Please evacuate the incinerator.
I think there's like a master bracelet. And I think probably Hongo has it.
Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would
Oh,
seem
that
like a
makes sense,
sick joke
Dorky.
to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless
In the
his face was
engine
right
room, when Santa was looking at a picture of his sister. Oh, yeah. Okay, that one. Yes. It took me a second to go to the engine room, which puzzle room that was.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise!
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door.
Yeah, it would be for me
My
too.
brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Hey,
Dang.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended. And we heard something... burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay.
Don't show it. I don't want to see
The
that.
kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
That's a girl's last name. You're saying this is the short version, Cosm? You're wondering what the long version was like? That's a good point. He said he could do this for 3 days. Oof.
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Nope.
Yes, it was.
Oh, him. Yeah,
you are
him.
correct, Detective. Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
But that makes Santa very, very likely to be Zero.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Yeah, who is Arakane? Or,
Well,
I mean,
guess
it was a
believe
burnt
you.
corpse. It could have been somebody else.
All right, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki.
He's Aoi. I already had that marked down, I think. Yeah.
He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
We know who Light is? Is Light and Nona the two kids for Lotus?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother. But I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning.
Light is Snake?
9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother? There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
Yep.
What?
Come on, man, what kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, all right? Cut me some slack.
Yeah, for real.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project. Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
Freaking rich boy.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm
Ace.
pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonary project.
Probably gonna want to kill him in an incinerator.
In other words,
Irony and all that.
Ace.
What?
What the hell's going on here?
Did we run out of time now?
Must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go.
New materials added to the file screen. We're syncing. A 0 keycard. Cool. Yeah, that entire story wasted a whole bunch of time. So is reading this. An old picture. It was in the drawer of the desk in the small cluttered room. It has a picture of 4 people praying for the success of the Nonary project. Cool. Yeah, that story did take forever. What is it? I'm going back to the screen. It's easier for me to see the small details. So is this? Open. Look, it's unlocked! Yay! So wait, there was nothing here, and the coffin was empty? It was a lot of information, yes. And the coffin was empty, just had a key in it.
I think the shaking stopped.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card too. Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know. All right, it's open. Let's go.
Where are we going? Like, there's...
Okay.
Oh, we got the new
Neptune
key. That's right. I was like... It had the Neptune key, and I thought it just had the key to the puzzle. Never mind.
yes. I think it unlocked.
Super dingle.
It says incinerator. So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
What if Alice is a Kane?
Yeah, right here.
Could be. Because we don't know where Alice
Pull that
is.
and the door should open.
Got it.
But they'd have to have the exact same face. That'd be weird.
Let's go.
Because she's like a mummy priestess or something. Unless the jumping thing from the third one let them jump like in
What the
the
hell is going on?
like in another body. I thought it had to be their body from the past. So what if Akane is the descendant of Alice, and then she was about to die, so she jumped into her body?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm making up stuff right now.
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So,
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine.
I need to move to the side again. Does this make it easy for you guys to read it? That way it's not me blocking
I
the
just
way.
fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Okay, I'll do this more often.
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got
sucker punched, and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
And now he gets to hold the gun to her. So she never worked for him. I thought she might have. Or she might actually still have. No, it was a security firm.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
You have me at a disadvantage. And I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you.
I'll tell you my name if you put down the gun.
Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
Says the jerk who put 18 kids in a life or death situation.
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this... 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
Is his actually 9 though? Did we figure out it was something else?
I believe I've won this game.
I think it's something else.
I've had quite a time playing with you.
I think that one's 6.
I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
Yeah, I think it's 6. No, wait. 3 is 0. 6 is 9 and 0 is 6. We don't know what 9 is. 9 could be 6, so he could have the 6 bracelet right now, which he planned the whole out.
What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening?
You ain't going nowhere, bro.
One more time.
Man, if Santa did all that, he must have went to like smart school.
Now open! No! What is this? Why?
Whose bracelets did he use to open up that first door? The 9th dude. Santa would have had to been one of them, with the 3 difference.
The digital root should be 9! It has to be 9!
Oh, good point, Dorky. He went to a private school.
Then why? Why isn't it opening? Now! No!
Pow! Right in the kisser.
Ugh.
Oh, that was close. Too close.
Knock him out, man.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit.
Knock him
For
out.
what he did
Or he's
9
going to do
years
something
ago,
else.
I ought to rip him to pieces.
Knock him out.
But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
With fists.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
I just realized this is the second game in a row where you talk with fists, like we did in Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace. You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the Nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital root, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this Nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank?
These are all things that Ace told us in the other timeline.
You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did...
I'll get to that.
I want to know how his bracelet worked.
Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the Red.
6 plus 1 is 7. So the bracelet that dude had to have on was another 6? Right?
Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed.
Right? 1, the 9-man's bracelet, which we think is we think is a 6.
And then 81 seconds passed.
We're guessing it's a 6.
And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead.
Yeah, that's a creepy feeling.
Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took, and then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
With no
There was
blood
something
splatter.
I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, The one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
I say he wouldn't know who that is. He would see a guy in a captain's suit.
Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. Zero.